Your end is near.
Hello, good brothers and good sisters. Welcome to the final day of Devastation. Day 9 of the 9 days of Devastation. And these final two parts have been the Perfect Effect upgrade sets for the Combiner Wars Devastator or the Warriors Unite Devastator. Works for both versions. And in the previous video we looked at PC-06, which were a bunch of add-ons for Devastator, improved foot, improved scoop, and hook. And for this set we've got some weapons and some new arms, new elbows for some of the individual robots. So this is actually brand new to me. I never had this. I just recently picked it up from Big Bad Toy Store, and it is either available on Big Bad Toy Store or will be available, hopefully, again sometime soon on Big Bad Toy Store. But one of the complaints about the existing set, the Combiner Wars set, which is the one that I looked at in this series, is that the elbows on them were really bad and that the Takara version was better. So now, if you want to stick with the Combiner Wars, or you already have the Combiner Wars and you don't want to drop all the money on the Takara version, now you can get this upgrade set, which is quite a bit less than the Warriors Unite version. You can upgrade the arms, and you also get individual weapons for each Constructicon too, because the Takara set also includes individual weapons, big selling point for the Takara version, but now fans have options. So I have never opened this up before, but I can do that right now. Same type of clamshell packaging, double clamshell as the first set, and instructions, I'll just quickly show that off. Shows you where everything goes, how to install everything. Here are the G1-esque individual guns, and the upgrade arms. So we've got new arms for Scrapper finally has bendable elbows, and these are going to be great to put on for the beefy bot long haul to try to make him a little bit more proportionate. So let's install all these right now. Alright, we're going to start off with Scrapper, and we're going to rectify these atrocious elbows right here, which aren't elbows. They don't bend, they just swivel, and they're going to be replaced with these right here. So pretty easy to install. You just figure out which one goes on which side. So we're going to slide this one off. It's similar to the way Scavenger's hook works. You should be able to just push this off just like that. Requires a little bit of pressure, and we're going to pop this back on. I guess there's two different ways this can go on, but it's the same idea. You just pop that on there, and well, that was easier going on than coming off. So that's one, and be careful with this, because this is one of the parts that feels like you could actually break this trying to replace this, because this isn't meant to come off and on like some of these other pegs that just connect and disconnect. This was never meant to come off. It's supposed to be on there for life, but easy to install, and we do that. And now Scrapper finally has elbows, and it is a huge improvement. Big improvement. Still has fists that can collapse into the forearms for the transformation. Easy to get him out. Fairly easy on one side. Not so easy on the other. Little challenging on this side. You got to really get your nail in there. Well, that one's wedged in there so tight, I'm gonna actually have to use a tool to get it out there because I can't get a fingernail in there. And that comes out. So now he's got elbows like most of his comrades, and this was the gun shown on the instructions that goes with him. And that'll give you more of a G1 look. It's a good fit. And just out of curiosity, sometimes these can be off by just a tiny bit. I've seen that on some repro guns and they don't fit in the traditional standard holes. This feels a little loose in the original arm, just for those who are curious. Little on the loose side. It's snug in the Perfect Effect arm. And that is a huge improvement. Just being able to bend his elbows a little bit. He can do the gun slightly raised to the sky look. Just so much better than, I mean, if you miss the straight elbow look, you can still do that and have him look very static looking. But I do appreciate options, so that is a fantastic upgrade, making him a little more similar to the Warriors Unite version. Next upgrade is for Mixmaster, and just to give you a quick look at this upgrade cab from the previous episode, because I didn't show you Mixmaster in robot mode. It's really awesome design that you flip his head out for robot mode, and then this part, since it's two separate pieces, can move up and then down and goes around the cement drum. So it's not in the way. I think it makes him look even better in robot mode as well. Not just as Devastator's foot and not just in vehicle mode. It's a home run all the way around. So he gets an elbow upgrade as well. Even though he has elbows, he's got big invisible elbows. So in order to replace those, all we got to do is you're going to keep most of the original part here, and to figure out which one goes where, it's pretty simple. Again, this is the right fist, you can see from the thumb, and there's a little peg type of thing that's going to plug right into there, this purple part. So what we got to do is pull this out. Now I'm thinking this isn't going to come out very easily. It'd be nice to just wiggle this and pop it out, but because it's this piece that kind of opens up when it pops in, I think we're going to have to stick something in there, a little tiny screwdriver, just to pinch it so that it will pop out. So just a little bit of pressure while pushing down. This is probably going to be one of the more difficult replacements because that's not coming out. So might even have to get some little needle nose pliers for this. Okay, so we're just gonna stick these in. A couple of different things are going on here. I'm trying to push these together in here while pushing out on this piece, push this piece out while pushing this piece in. It's takes a lot of dexterity. I'm just going to try to, this thing's probably going to go flying. Yeah, that's not working, and you're just going to kind of strip that part in there. So again, I'm just going to try this. I don't think this is something I'm going to be able to do on camera. It's something that you're going to have to hold close to your body while working on it. Okay, I got one out. Thought it was going to be really hard. It actually ended up being really hard and then suddenly very easy. All you got to do is just push and squeeze. Yeah, again, this is tricky doing this on camera. I'd like to be able to do this on camera so you can see the... Oh, there we go. Yeah, like I said, it's really hard until it's really easy. Just suddenly it'll pop out, it'll give way, and the original arm will pop out. So now you just find the right fist. You got the right fist here. You take that right here, pop it in the same hole, and might be a bit of a tight squeeze. It's probably the trickiest upgrade set. Again, hard right up until it's not. So we get the gas tanks on the side again. The fist in position. Same deal on the other side. And we just apply a little bit of pressure. And there we go. Turn that the correct way. So now, instead of giant invisible elbows, well, I don't know, you be the judge. This actually, original arm seems like it's a little bit thicker, a little more powerful looking. So I don't know if that is much of an upgrade over the original. It certainly looks like he's a little back heavy because of the cement thing. It certainly looks like the elbows aren't as invisible, but at the expense of smaller forearms. So that's up to you to decide which one you prefer. It's great that they painted the gas tanks again, but to be honest, I think I might actually prefer the originals over the new ones. The fists look like they're just slightly bigger, and the forearms look slightly bigger. So now that I've actually tried that out, I'm going to try one with the old and one with the new. So here he is with one of the original ones back on and one of the new ones. And it's slight. It's very subtle. But that doesn't really bother me, the gap over here on the original one. Yeah, I don't really like what they've sacrificed in order to get rid of that gap look. So I think, in this particular case, oh, did you see that? The fists on the original aren't articulated. They are on the new ones. New fists do actually move around, so that's, for me, that's a big plus, being able to just do that extra little bit of posability with a fist. So I think I will go with the upgrades in this particular case, but the originals look really nice too. And Mixmaster gets a gun too. These aren't exact reproductions or upscaled versions, updates of the original G1 guns. You can pretty much just, I don't know, pick whichever one you want for whichever guy. That's a tight squeeze, and that's not even fitting in there. So, since it doesn't really matter to me which gun goes with which guy, I'll just pick one of these other guns. Let's try this one. Nope, not that one. That one fits. Works for me. So some of these might look a little more like the G1 versions, but I really don't care. I'm not going to have these guys in robot mode anyway. I'm going to have them combined for the next, for the foreseeable future. So that looks fine to me. Very cool. And thanks to the fist swivel, you can do gangsta style. Next elbow upgrade goes to Hook, who has a really bad case of invisible elbows too. And just to look at the upgrade crane, because it's so long now, it actually can't go straight down anymore. It has to go out like this, because that's as far as it goes. Actually makes them a little more stable, but it's not the traditional look anymore. So to remove these, it's the same deal. A pair of needle nose pliers might help to pop that out, and then it's going to pop into there too. So just a little comparison here. That's a little closer in size to the original one, and you also get the fist twist, which you don't get in the original. The original twists here. This one won't twist there. Forearm twist, it'll be a fist twist. So let's swap that out. And this is a little tricky too. I want to be careful not to really rip up the plastic while you're doing this. And I got one off just by hunkering down, and that was even tougher than Mixmaster. Really had to hunker down there to be able to do that. Same as with Scrapper, the little black dot. This isn't a screw, but black dot will be on the outside, and you will pop that in there. Goes in pretty easy, and on the other side too. Make sure you got a left and a right fist. Perfect effect is really good. I haven't found any defects like that yet, but it's kind of funny sometimes when I've done other upgrades like that for toys, and it can be years later that I realize, hey, that's 2 left fists or 2 right feet or something. Pop that in there, and how does this look? Drop this down a bit, and it's the same idea as with Mixmaster. In order to get rid of that gap, they've just kind of moved everything up. I think it works a lot better on Hook though. This look, yeah, I like that. That looks much better. Just moving the forearms up a little bit further into the upper arms, and then you got the fist too. That makes a lot more sense than having the whole forearm twist in there. So that is a big improvement. And we'll give him an individual gun too. I'm saving the big one for long haul. Makes sense that he would get the biggest gun, and let's just pick whichever one fits. These are all really tight now. Well, that one fits pretty good. Works for me. Very nice. Awesome. Like how that looks. Another cool upgrade. And the last upgrade set is luckily the easiest one. No pliers required here, no excessive force. This is just as simple as popping that peg into that fist hole. It's basically the same idea as holding a gun, holding a Transformers weapon. So we pop that in there. Fists rotate, and it's 2 pieces, so it's not just straight arms. He's got an elbow bend as well. Really clever design. I really like that. And then we take the last gun and cross our fingers. Let's hope this fits. Yeah, perfect fit. There's actually a hole on the top here too if you want to pop another gun on top of there. The elbow swivel isn't all that tight. It's strong enough to hold itself up, but let's see if it's stronger on the other arm. A little stronger on the other arm. I think that is a huge improvement for long haul. He's so, if I may use the word,
Beefy?
That having the big beefy forearms just seems to look better on him than what they had originally. It goes with the big beefy legs, the big knee pads. It just looks better on him. And all of the weapons can also be stored on long haul as well. You can, now since these are just slightly bigger than the regular fist holes, you might not want to try this because applying too much pressure might give you some stress marks in these. This one is going in okay. So a lot of these weapons will fit on long haul as well for storage, as well as on Devastator's back when they're all combined. So the elbow upgrades on the other Constructicons don't affect the transformation. It works just as it originally did, but since these forearms have to be pulled off for truck mode, he can't keep holding them while he's in truck mode. They did include these two plastic bars here, which fit in these holes back here, so that he can long haul his big beefy forearms. And you get, I mean, it's kibbly looking, but at least he's holding it. That's always been one of my pet peeves about some of the old original Transformers, when they couldn't hold their accessories like Prowl and Blue Streak in vehicle mode, couldn't hold their missile launchers and guns. It's nice that this guy is able to hold everything. You can put his gun in here, or you can just go dump truck style, dump everything in there and have him haul it. And this is really cool too. When you transform long haul back into Devastator mode, the fists, the new forearms, can be stored on the back too. So originally we had these big gaps in the back, and now you just fit this gap in the bottom of the fist on top of these posts here, and it covers up that big gap a little bit. Fits on quite nicely. You turn those up, and now Devastator has, I guess, an extra little bit of weight, which is going to make him maybe even a little bit more tipsy, but I like that. I like being able to store that in vehicle mode as well as Devastator mode. And here's Devastator in combined mode once again, and a look at the back with the long haul fists nicely stored. All of these weapons can be attached to the vehicle modes, so it gives them a bit of a G1 look where these different lasers can be employed in construction vehicle mode, and then you can store them on various parts on Devastator while he's in Devastator mode as well. So you can, like, I'm hesitant to push these in here too much because some of the holes aren't really matching up in terms of width, but you can just go around and find places to plug these in. One of the differences with the upgrades, the original scrapper I showed in the Devastator video could put his fists back for like a little bit of extra support to guard against falling back. And with the new fists, he can't actually do that anymore. They don't go all the way out. So gives him more of a G1 look that way. He's really heavy now. I am noticing that before all of the upgrades were added, he felt surprisingly sturdy for such a big combiner. But now with everything added on, the shoulder joints, all of the extra stuff, he does feel a little bit more floppy, even though it's really not that much extra weight on him. I am noticing he is a little bit more prone to just suddenly tipping over than he was before. So that's something to be aware of if you want to add the extra upgrade sets to your Devastator. And I actually found a spot to stick this gun. This gun has a hole in it, which can take other guns. So you just stick that there. So that's Perfect Effect PC-07 upgrade set. Constructicon guns and arm upgrade sets. Very cool set, and this has been a really fun series. I haven't had much time for this guy over the past couple of years, so it's been awesome to be able to go through him, thoroughly review each and every single component, and then combine them and then go through the upgrades as well. It's been a blast. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for sharing. You guys are awesome. I'm having a blast doing these videos. Really appreciate all of the positive feedback. You guys are just so awesome. I can't thank you enough. It's been a wonderful experience, not just this series, but just having this YouTube channel in general, chatting with the tribe, and talking about all of these cool characters from years gone by. Yes, I do have the Power of the Primes Predaking, and looking forward to doing a series on him similar to this, along with the upgrade set recently released. But for the time being, I'm going to get back to doing some history videos. Been having a lot of requests for those, as well as some more Patreon special missions for the awesome Patreon tribe. Guys, thank you so much for all your support. Thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting. Feel free to share the video if you enjoyed it, and to join the tribe, hit subscribe. Nerdmas Day!